Okay, so welcome back to the Northern Nerd Network, everybody. My name is Dan Schessel, and on today's Nerdcast, we have none other than Chelsea. Say hi.
Hey guys,
Hey, Chelsea.
how are
All right.
you?
Well, I'm doing fine. I'm sure the people out there are doing great, right? People out there.
All our listeners?
All yes, all our lovely listeners. Anyways, we will just get going with this. Well, first off, start off by asking Chelsea because she's the only other person here other than myself. How was your week?
Yeah, my last couple of weeks have been pretty good. We were off last week because of the long weekend, which was really nice. I had a nice long weekend off at work, and I am actually joining you guys this evening from Vancouver. I'm out on a visit to Vancouver, and so I'm podcasting from Vancouver this evening. Hey!
That is so very exciting. Now you're planning on maybe locating in Vancouver. Is that correct?
Yes, so currently plans are that at the end of the summer, the end of August, I will be moving back to Vancouver. So yeah, oh,
It's kind of
excellent.
sad.
Aaron, yeah, Aaron's doing fine, right on.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of sad to not have you around here as much. I guess
well, but through the magic of the interwebs,
that's right.
you can see my lovely face every other week when we do this fancy podcast of ours.
And of course, Chelsea will still be with us on the podcast. We won't get rid of her,
Yes.
even though she's moved to Vancouver. It's
No.
actually a very good thing that she is because now
Well,
she knows other things.
it'll be double your nerdy pleasure because not only will you get Edmonton nerd news, but I can do some sleuthing around Vancouver and get you the nerd news from Vancouver as well. So,
Which there's a lot of nerd news in Vancouver area. So I mean
yes.
that's an awesome thing. That's always good. All right. So anything else? Is that about it?
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, the upcoming move to Vancouver is kind of the big news. But yeah, it'll be good. I mean, I moved out to Vancouver right after university and lived in the city for a really long time. So it's kind of like my second Canadian home. I know it. I've got friends here, and a bunch of my family has migrated like to the city and to the island, and so it'll be good.
Yeah, that's good. It's always a nice thing, when you at least know a few people there.
Yeah. Well, my awesome boyfriend is here, so there's that too.
Yes. Yes, Chelsea will have to do some of the cons and stuff though,
Yes. Yeah,
which is awesome.
absolutely. Send me out on missions and I
Of
will
course.
gladly report back.
Of course.
And
Uh,
how are you? How has your couple of weeks been?
well,
How
okay,
was
so
your long weekend? Did you get the day off or did you have to work?
I had to work for some of the long weekend. And then I only had, I think, 3 days off for the long weekend. Uh, which is, I guess, is typical for most people. Typically for me, I get the 4 days off, but for that weekend, I only got 3 days. So it seemed very short for me. Otherwise, it was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time off. Uh, we went out to the lake. Uh,
Nice.
yes. Trina's not so much a fan of the lake. She's it's kind of allergic to outside.
Is that the place, the property her dad has? The same
Yes.
place?
Well,
Yeah?
it's her grandparents' place, right?
Yes,
So we
that's
went out
right.
to the grandparents' place, and we also have friends who live out there on the lake as well. So we went on Sunday afternoon to the lake. Uh, we went to her grandparents' place, and we went out fishing and caught a couple fish. And then Nehemiah caught another fish. He's so excited to tell everybody about that. Now
Yay!
he's at 6 fish. 6 fish. He's at 6 fish.
Whoa.
I've caught 6 fish. He tells me. So yeah, 6 fish he's caught in total. That's his life goal so far. Um, I caught one as well. It was pretty big. It was a walleye. It's a fair size. And And then we went to our friend's house and we had a pig roast there, which was just absolutely
Nice.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Yes, it was very, very yummy. Uh, and what else? What
You
else?
were just telling me that you managed to get a playthrough of a new awesome board game
I
the other
did.
evening.
No, it's not really a new board game. It's new to
Well,
me, I
good
guess.
for you.
Yes, it is very new for me, and I'm very excited because I actually got a full playthrough of Dead of Winter. Now,
Yeah.
yes, I was so excited. This box is so heavy. There's so much stuff in this thing. It is very weighty. Um, yeah, it's a very solid box with a lot of stuff in it. Uh, we had some friends come over. My brother, my best friend, and a friend we grew up with, another guy we grew up with, came over, and we actually got a really good, solid playthrough of this game, and it was amazing. I tell you, it was so good. Uh, it was there was you can in this game everybody kind of works together to survive the zombie apocalypse. Uh, but one person could be a betrayer. You don't know if there is a betrayer or not.
Traitor in your
There
midst.
could be. There could be. It's not even. Most likely, it's not going to be. There's no one's going to be a traitor. Uh, but there's always that chance. And we
That
had
some
one guy who was very suspicious the whole game. He was doing some weird things. We didn't know what he was doing. Um, and my phone is ringing. My dad. Anyways, so yes, he was very suspicious and kind of weird. But no, he was fine. He was just that was his goal was to be, uh, putting up barricades and things like that. So it was a lot of fun. Nobody managed except for myself managed to get their secret objectives done. So technically, I won the game, even though we all win. That's how I consider it. If we all survive the winter, it's always a good thing. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a really good, great board game. So yeah. Other than that, I haven't really had much time to do much of anything else. I really want to get a chance to go and see that Mad Max movie. Everybody's been talking about it lately, and it's one of those movies that I just gotta get to. I gotta get some time to go watch that.
Tim saw it the other day and said it was awesome.
I keep hearing how amazing this movie is, and it's not just
Like, yeah, action.
it's like unbelievable.
Action
Apparently,
movie glory at its best. The entire movie is like a 2.5 hour car chase on steroids with explosions for any and every reason possible, and then a few more just cause.
why not? I know. I know. There's the MRA sites are kind of up in arms. They don't like it so much.
Well, because Charlize Theron is a badass.
Yes. So
You
yeah,
know, my counter is Mad Max doesn't have beef with her. I don't see why you should either.
that's right. That is right. All right. So what else? What else? I think that's pretty much about it. I haven't.
On to this evening's news.
Yes. Let us move on to our deadliest of catches here. I
Yes, I really do need to start writing copy for you, don't I? But yes, keep excellent. I sense another evening of like golden segues ahead of
Sure.
us, so keep them rolling. But yes, we have a random collection of news items this evening. I mean, they're always pretty random, but this one this evening is pretty random. Starting off with, so there's a company in the UK that has created, just for fun, because this is what nerds do when they're bored, an infographic listing Marvel's deadliest characters that exist in the world of Earth 616. based on body count. And then what they've done within the infographic is break it down, and within that body count, how many are heroes, how many are villains, and how many are neutral individuals that they've killed. And so it starts with like, yeah, kind of dangerous, oh, a little more deadly, don't get in their way. And then there's like the three at the very end, Deadpool, Wolverine, and who's the third one? Who are just
The
like
Punisher, Deadpool,
Yes.
and Wolverine.
Who are just like miles and miles apart from everybody else. They've racked up quite the body count. So yeah, check that out. It's pretty fun.
I was looking through this and I'm like, man, it seems like Deadpool, Punisher, and Wolverine should have a lot more kills than that's actually saying. And they have quite a few. Like, don't get me wrong, Wolverine's got like it says 46, which is quite a few
he's
people
top
he's
of the
killed.
heap, right?
Yes. The funny thing is, Wolverine has killed at least, by the looks of it, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Well,
7
I'm
heroes.
sure if you go through like his history as a person in all of the wars that he's fought in, but these are like, I guess, deaths of other identifiable characters and or neutral people that exist and are central to plot lines in Earth 616, I guess, is where that count is coming from. Because yeah, Wolverine's count would be way higher if you took into account how many like poor people he slaughtered in all of the wars that he's fought in.
Exactly. Like and even Captain America, he's really low. But he's such a goody, so I can see that one actually.
Well, the article makes a really good point about how they were surprised, like Captain America and Scott Summers, Cyclops, are basically like Marvel's equivalent of Superman in terms of their goodiness. Yeah. And they were super surprised, as was I, which is why I really like the breakdown of heroes, villains, and neutral people, of like how many heroes Scott Summers has killed.
Well, Scott Summers is now technically a bad guy.
Yeah.
In the new, in the current form of what's it called? I don't know. In the 616, right now everything is kind of mashed up. In the Marvel universe,
is meeting and merging, and
it's doing the whole Secret Wars thing right now. So we'll see how that all changes. My microphone keeps dropping lower and lower and lower as we go on.
It's slouching and slouching and slouching.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. How come I'm way down here now? So yeah. Anyways, no, he's now technically sort of a bad guy-ish. Sort of like Magneto, thinking he's right and everybody else is wrong. So I can see where that he's killed one hero in there, so that was kind of an interesting take. Iron Man, that is the one that gets me, because he's killed at least 5 heroes, 1 villain.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a very interesting graphic.
So yeah, if you like want to nerd out about stuff like that for a little while, and let's face it, most of the people listening and watching kind of do.
They're all intrigued.
Check out that infographic, because it's really interesting to read.
Yes, yeah. I will have that up on our site somewhere. Oh, we have it on Facebook.
All the news items are posted to our Facebook page right now. I posted them before we went on air.
That's right. So you guys can be looking at the articles that we are talking. That's right.
As we go.
Humdinger. Yeah. All right. Let's.
Next up on our random list. This is kind of super fun, and actually I might go and do this. So Terminator Genesis is getting pretty close to its release date. And as part of the promo leading up to its release date, one of the things that they're doing is re-releasing the original Terminator in theaters, to be aired in theaters for a little while before Genesis comes out. So you can go catch up on, like, get back to the Terminator roots, see super young Arnold in his first incarnation. And yeah.
Yes. So good. Like, okay.
A refresher on the plot line as it's supposed to happen, but then things get all topsy-turvy in Genesis, and it's not the story you think you know anymore.
Well, that's okay. Here's the thing. I watched the original Terminator just recently. I forgot everything about Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
So I was so glad to go back and go, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Now I'm gonna go and say this is spoilery. So if you don't want to know anything about the old Terminator,
Earmuffs on.
yeah, you put your earmuffs on. But I forgot that Arnold was bad.
In the very first one, yeah.
Very first one, Arnold was bad. He was
Yeah.
the one who was chasing down John Connor, and I'm like,
Yeah.
or no, he was chasing down Sarah Connor.
Connor.
Yeah, Sarah Connor to kill her before he has the
before she has John Connor. Yeah.
So, yeah, wow. I'm like, oh yeah, totally. And then I can understand her fear of him in the second movie.
Yeah.
Makes more sense. So yeah, I for me, and I know a lot of people, they really identify with the second movie. Terminator 2 is the movie that a lot of people watched. They don't remember the first Terminator. So yes, go watch
and
the
I
first
think,
Terminator.
I mean, for, like, let's face it, when it was made, the graphics and stuff that they did were really impressive. But Terminator 2 was when it really took that jump, like all the morphing that the T-1000 does, the metal shifting.
Yes.
That sort of jump in graphics was, yeah.
Well, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was the first time they used a computer to erase wires. Now there was a scene where Arnold takes his motorcycle and jumps it off into the gorge from the road into the gorge, and during that shot, that was done by wires, but they used a computer, and it was I'm fairly certain about this. That's the first time they used the computer to actually erase those wires off the bike. So, yeah, very cool stuff.
Jumps in production value on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was amazing. Anyways.
So yeah, check your local listings. I'm not sure if there's more information in that article about whether that's something that's happening promotionally in the States, and when it's released here, they'll do the same thing. I'm not quite sure yet. So check out the article. It's linked on the Facebook page, and check your local listings, because that'd be kind of a fun night out at the movies, watching the original Terminator on the big screen.
Yeah, no, that would be a treat and a half.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come up with some segues here, but I cannot come up with these ones.
Well, moving right along from machines that want to destroy all of humanity to Walt Disney.
Who is taking over your childhood?
Images from your childhood, yeah. So the clothing and shoe manufacturer Vans, who make kicks, which are awesome, in the past has teamed with Disney to make Disney-themed collections, and they are at it again. So for those of you who like a little whimsy and childhood nostalgia in your life, they're releasing another collection with classic characters, Minnie, Mickey, Donald Duck, and Winnie the Pooh. And they also have recently released, which for those of us out there who love Star Wars, and we know you all do, they've also released some Star Wars gear as well. So you can get your very own pair of kicks all done up in Star Wars.
Okay, so are they re-releasing the Star Wars? Is that what it says?
Well, that's a collection that already exists. It's already out there, so you can look it up.
Yes. So I
purchase
have
away to your heart's content.
I have a pair of the Star Wars. They were at the time they were limited edition, and I'm wondering if it's still limited edition. Because like I have Star Wars shoes from bands that were awesome and they were amazing, But I've seen that they've done other iterations, so I'm pretty sure they're different ones. But yes, Star Wars shoes, they're awesome. Get them.
Yeah. Star Wars and Disney.
Well, it's Disney.
Wear your inner child on your feet.
And
Actually,
your back.
they also make backpacks and
Yeah.
hats, I believe, in this collection. There might be a hoodie. I know there are socks as well. So wear your inner child wherever you feel inspired to wear it.
That's right. And speaking of your childhood, that's the best I
Yes.
got.
Speaking of your childhood, whose childhood was not complete without some form of Nintendo? And Nintendo has announced that it is reinstating the Nintendo World Championships this year.
Yeah!
So starting May 30th at 8 different Best Buy locations. And I'm not sure, I believe those locations will just be in the States, but there's information about it in the link on our Facebook page. You can read up if you're super excited. Will be 8 Best Buy locations will be hosting qualifying rounds starting May 30th. So the end of this coming week, where you too can play your guts out and try and qualify to get a spot at the Nintendo World Championships 2015.
Now, that is super exciting. Now, okay, they have all these like esports and all these other things, and for them to do this, like for Nintendo to be able to, come out and have a competition with the old school stuff, yeah, this is gonna be good. Do you remember there was a movie out there at one point that had it was a kid who dreamed of like becoming like it was I can't remember what it was called, but
Yes, I'm gonna look it up right now because I do remember that movie, and the whole big thing was like the kid he was playing against. The big reveal was he had the power glove.
Yeah, okay, and the whole reveal was of like Mario 3. Basically, that's what the reveal was for Mario. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Mario 3. So that was the first time they ever showed Mario 3. I can't remember. Like, oh yeah, it was so good. That whole movie was just like a part of my childhood. I loved it, and I believe that was the World Championship. I believe that was based in that realm.
The movie is called The Wizard.
That's right.
Released in 1989.
Yeah.
Starring Fred Savage of the Wonder Years fame.
That's right.
As the older brother of the younger brother, who is the video game wizard. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
there you go.
That was an awesome one. Now was it? Okay, yeah, some Ultimate Video Game Championship. Yeah. So, yeah. So, anyways, Nintendo, awesome, way to go! Finally doing something
and so
that's cool.
It's classic. The highest scores in Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 3, and Dr. Mario. One winner from each store will win a trip where they will compete against 7 other competitors. So there'll be 8 competitors at the Nintendo World Championship. So 2 locations in California, 1 location in Florida, 1 location in Illinois, 1 location in Minnesota, 1 location in New York, 1 location in Texas, and 1 location in Washington State. So those are the Best Buy locations. So I guess the one in Washington State's in Tacoma, just outside of Seattle. So technically for anybody in Vancouver, and I guess Edmonton, I mean, that's doable from Edmonton. If your heart so desires, on May 30th, if you can get your butt to the Best Buy in Tacoma, Washington, you too can have a chance to make it to the Nintendo World Championship. There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So should we talk a little bit about the Supergirl thing?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
So the Supergirl pilot, well,
Leaked.
it leaked
Yep.
uh, 6 months early online. So you can, if you go, I believe, Torrent Freak has it. So if you go there, you will be able to download that version, a version of Supergirl. Uh, the trailer looked amazing, and I really want to. I might. I'm very tempted to go and check this out. I think I might watch it early. I remember watching the Flash early when it came out way before. And yeah, I'm very excited to see what this show has to offer, and I'm hearing some pretty good stuff. So I'm very curious. How about yourself, there, Chelsea? Have you seen the trailer at all?
No, I haven't seen the trailer, or I didn't even know that I mean, I was looking for stuff for news items tonight and came across that it leaked, but until I was out looking tonight, I hadn't heard. So that's really interesting. It makes me wonder. I mean, stuff does leak. It happens. Um, but this far out,
Well,
it makes me wonder if it.
see, I'm pretty sure that this was not supposed to happen. This was a pre-review copy. So I mean, even when I watched the what's it called, the Flash, the pilot way back, they had changed it slightly by the time it
To the
actually
one that
aired on
aired.
TV.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's what's going to happen on this one as well.
Well, yeah, I'd just hate to be the person if it ever gets found out who leaked it. I'd hate to be that person because that's non-disclosure agreement business, left, right, and center.
Yeah.
um,
Well, the people sign those NDAs, right? So I'm
yeah,
assuming that someone just backed out and didn't didn't do it,
yeah. Although I mean, now
or
we have
just
access to it. It'll be interesting to see how long it manages to remain out there, or if they're going to try and pull it at all. I think
I don't
that's
know if you
what will
can.
be interesting.
Like
Yeah, now
honestly,
that it's out there.
now that it's out there, it's kind of hard to, and especially with the torrent sites, right? It's once it's out there, it's out there. You can't really take it back.
Yeah. Well, and if they had plans to tweak it anyway, it's not like it really matters or will hurt them. And if for whatever reason this was possibly orchestrated at all, because I know I heard some rumblings about people going like, "Oh, really, Supergirl?" So, if any part of this was at all intentional to kind of get a like excitement and hype going and being like, "No, look, it's gonna be really awesome,"
Yeah,
then it benefits them to have it out there. So,
for sure it does. Uh, yeah, I'm very excited to see how it all plays out because it does look really good, and it seems like it actually has a lot of heart and a lot of story to it. So I'm very I'm really excited to see what it's like.
sweet. Well, I haven't watched the trailer yet, so that's on my list now. I'm gonna go and watch the trailer.
Yes, yeah, go check the trailer out. It's much better than the Gem and the Hologram trailer.
Oh, oh. I was so disappointed when I found out they were making the movie. I was like, "What? This is gonna be amazing!" And then I watched the trailer, and I was like, "Oh,
You and every girl that grew up in the 80s.
ugh, ugh, ugh." It's just some like mediocre teen movie now.
I know.
Like, there's no synergy. There's no like. It's the millennial like, yeah, let's make a YouTube video and get famous. Ugh. So
It's
disappointing. So disappointing.
yeah, it's very, oh, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like, even for myself. Like, I can understand why girls out there are really mad at it. Because yeah, it just seems very shallow.
Now,
It
I
doesn't.
guess
It doesn't have all the tropes of the old TV show in any way, shape, or form.
No. I mean, I guess I am generalizing here when I talk about millennials' dreams to make a YouTube video and get famous. Any younger generation listeners, viewers that we have out there, I just apologize. I'm making generalizations. But as a child of the 80s who grew up with a cartoon that was way more awesome than the trailers making this movie out to be, it's my disappointment talking. Because this movie could be way cooler. Trust me, it really could. And if you don't believe me, you should go back. Because I'm pretty sure the original cartoon is going to be on Netflix if it isn't already.
Yeah. So we have a comment from one of our listeners, Aaron. He and you guys can comment as well by watching us live and commenting with our question and answer panel. And he has said, the new Supergirl has more in common with Jem and the Holograms than the new Jem movie does.
I would say that's very accurate, Aaron. Yeah. So disappointing.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah. But what can you do? It's made anyway.
Yeah. All right, so
shall we be sad and move on and go and watch the original cartoon again? That's what you can do.
That's what you should do.
Yes.
You should do that. All right. Should we continue?
Yes. Let's.
All right. This week's topic. Superhero overload. Now, okay, I just wanted to apologize. I have been out in the sun all day today.
You're a little fried?
Yes, and I wasn't just outside in the sun, like, working, partly in the shade or something like that. No, I was in the sun all day. Yes, so I am just absolutely fried. So anyways, superhero overload. So the question really is, it boils down to this. There has been, just let's go with the Marvel universe here. We have 3 Iron Man movies, 1 Hulk movie, 2 Captain America movies.
2 Hulk movies.
Well, those some don't count. They can't count? I don't know. So anyways, 2 Captain America movies, 2 Thor movies, 2 Avenger movies, a Guardians of the Galaxy, an Ant-Man coming out later this year, 10 more movies planned in the next 4 years. Plus all the Spider-Man movies, Fantastic Four, X-Men. That's just the movies.
And that's just Marvel.
And that's just Marvel. Now we could go into, all the different, DC, Batman movies. Marvel has Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and, Agent Carter.
The new Suicide Squad movie.
Suicide Squad movie that's coming out. I mean, there's so much.
Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, Arrow, The Flash.
Yep.
There was Smallville for a really long time. That ran for 10 seasons, 10 plus seasons.
Yeah, it was for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Anyways, so here's the question.
Plus, all of the original material that it's drawn from.
Yes.
The comics are never, there will always be more source material to draw from because they will just keep writing more comics, which I think for me, which is why I don't think we'll see a slowdown anytime soon. Because
there's so much to draw from?
Well, the caliber of the canon keeps getting better and better. The writers and illustrators, I mean, that's the biggest thing that gets me nowadays is the art. Like, the artwork has always been really impressive, but it seems to me like the artwork just keeps getting more and more amazing. And the writers are creating stories to match the beautiful images that are being created.
The comic books nowadays are so much better than when we were kids. Like, they're so much more vibrant, so much more colorful, or darker or grittier. It depends on the comic book. They have different tones.
Mm-hmm.
The artwork is absolutely amazing.
Coming a long way from the golden age of comics, where it was almost a taboo to have darker storylines that really did limit what you could do with the characters, because those conflict is what makes an interesting story. So now we've come into the age of comics where you can have heroes at moral crossroads making, Solomon-esque choices. And that conflict is just so interesting to read. And so as the caliber of the source material, the bar continues to be raised. I think that just provides an inexhaustible mine to go and create movies and television series and stuff from. And I think because the bar of the source material is getting raised, fans who may not necessarily be diehards and read the comics every week and keep up with the source material, but know enough, like me, to really enjoy the movies. We're getting more picky in what we want out of the movies and television series that come along. We're looking for the writing and the production, those bars to be raised, just like it's happening in the comic books.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, there's the real question is, like, is it too much? Like, are we getting too saturated? Like, I almost feel like we're just one really bad comic book movie away from just the whole thing coming crashing down, and everybody stop watching these movies. Like, but at the same time, like, people are eating it up. They're like, I believe Age of Ultron was like a huge success. Like, the amount of money that movie raked in was absolutely, like, astronomical. It was huge. Um, so I don't know. I don't know if this will, like, I can't see it slowing down or stopping. Uh, yeah, it's one of those things. It's just, it blows
Well,
me away.
I think
Still.
I think ultimately the feeling of sorry, I'm just reading Aaron posted
Yeah, I got that too.
revolutions in CGI and movie effects that have occurred over the last 20 years have finally made much of what we see written in comics possible to be put on to film, onto screen for film and television. Before we couldn't put half the stuff that superheroes were capable of doing into a film or a television show.
Yeah.
For the last 15, 20 years or so, the technology just wasn't there, which is a good point. That's a really good point, Aaron. The proliferation is made possible by the leaps and bounds in movie making technology. So again, that's another thing. The raising of the bar, the standards of what people expect, not only the storytelling, but the means of making the projects happen is rising to the challenge, right?
Yes.
And I don't know, I think ultimately the feeling of whether it's too much or not, I think will really come down to each individual like viewer. And it's in the basest of terms, each individual consumer, because let's face it, whether you're reading comics or watching the movies or watching a TV show, it's you're being sold something.
Mm-hmm.
And really it'll come down to when you as an individual consumer or watcher or reader have your fill of it. And then I think we'll see individuals who say, all right, I need a break, I'm going to tap out, I'm not reading or watching anything new. But I don't think the creation of new stuff overall will stop or slow down. I think it'll be up to individuals to sort of decide for themselves when they hit their limit or what new franchises or universes they're willing to invest their time and money in.
Yeah, see, the thing was, like, for the longest time, it was so easy to sort of just keep up on it, right? Like, they made a couple movies a year, or, there was one TV show that you could follow along. But now there's, you know, Arrow and the Flash are in this exact same universe. I believe Supergirl, even though it's on CBS, I believe she is still tied to the Flash
They're
and
gonna
Arrow
do
TV
some
show.
crossovers, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe so. Plus, they got that new show that's coming out, the Legends show,
Well,
um,
that's the
with the
Legends. I
Atom.
think Legends isn't that going to be Netflix creation because they've got Daredevil, aka Jessica Jones, the Luke Cage one,
Uh
and
huh.
after they all get their own series. Oh no, that's the Defenders. Never mind,
No, that's Defenders. Yeah, that's
wrong
Defenders.
series.
Yeah, no, it's the Legends. It's with the Atom, the uh, the Canary, Black
Oh
Canary.
yeah, Black Canary.
She's now White Canary. And a few other characters that we've seen before. I believe Captain Cold is in there, and a few others. So I mean, that universe alone has now 4 TV shows in
Mm-hmm.
it. That's just one universe
Yeah.
with 4 TV shows. Are you going to be able to keep up on all of that? Plus,
Well,
watch
that's what.
Game of Thrones and Agents of Shield and Agent Carter.
But see, this is again technology is rising to the challenge, right? So Netflix started it, and now in Canada, our major cable providers, we've got Crave and Show Me,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's
Yep.
what series on demand and binge watch, like the dearth of excellent programming that exists. Actually, Aaron made a great comment. He's like, no, shut up. Too much of a good thing is wonderful, and it
Yeah, it's
really is,
Anthony.
right? We have the choice to choose from
Anthony.
all of this. Oh, that was Anthony, right? It wasn't Aaron. Sorry, Anthony. Um, yeah, we have all of these awesome shows to choose from. And now the medium is catching up in a way that, you know, we can fit it all in.
I'm assuming that there's somebody else in the room with you.
Tim just got home.
Ah. All right. So yes. Anyways, it's just to me, there's so much happening. And even with the Marvel universe now, like it is so big and it's so expensive. Just keeping up on all the gems that we found, that's hard enough. Do
You
you know
sound
how many gems we've seen?
no.
No,
How many?
I'm almost certain there's 4. I'm not sure 100%, but I'm pretty sure there's 4 or 3. I know 3 for sure. One would be the Tesseract. The
Yes.
second one is Loki's staff, and the third one was the Guardians of the Galaxy one in that
Yes.
ball. But I'm pretty sure there's one other one, and I don't remember where I seen it. But I can't like. If someone knows what the other gem is, let me know.
Tim says there's 5.
I 5 shown.
Five Infinity Stones.
I know there is 5 Infinity Stones. I'm just wondering how many have been shown already to
Oh,
us.
how many have been shown so far in the movies that exist?
Yes.
I don't know. Because, yeah, your count's right on the Tesseract, Loki's staff, and the sphere that was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure there was another one. I just can't remember where it is.
Ooh, we
Is
have.
it Thor's
Are
hammer?
you looking it up for us? We have a research assistant on the job. Tim's going to look it up for us.
See, we have other workers now.
Yes.
We're expanding. So anyways, that's pretty much about it. That's all I've got.
It's when you talk about it, Dan, you almost sound sad that the expansion of so much good stuff makes you a little sad because you can't keep up with all of
I
it.
can't.
Is that, am
I
I
can't.
getting that correct?
This is true. Now,
Yeah.
I'm already
You
having a
wouldn't
hard
be able
enough
to, but you
time.
feel overwhelmed.
I can't watch Constantine, and I can't watch that other one, Gotham. 2 shows I really want to watch, but I can't watch them because I don't have the time to watch them. Gotham is piled up on my DVR. I don't even know how many episodes they have of that show. That's a lot. It sits there, and I don't have any time to go and watch it. Um, yeah, there's just too much.
Uh,
Do we have an answer to it?
so there are actually 6 of them. 4 have been revealed. The
Yeah, that's what I'm
Tesseract,
saying.
Staff, the Sphere, and what was the 4th one? Didn't that come from Loki's staff, though?
Yeah,
Loki's staff listed and the Mind Stone.
Oh, I guess the Mind Stone that ended up in
Envision.
Jarvis when he
Vision.
turned into, yes. So that's listed separately from Loki's
It's
staff.
listed separately
From Loki's staff. So I guess that might be a like compression for movie storytelling clarity that they did for the movie.
Yeah,
But-
that's a little weird.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I want to talk about just before we, get out of here. We got a few more minutes. I want to talk about a couple of our upcoming events that we will be at because we will be at a few events here.
Just a sidebar,
Oh.
Devin made a post. The Aether in Thor is an Infinity Stone as well. Thanks for that, Devin.
Yes. What is the Aether?
I don't know, Devin, do you have an answer for us? We'd like to shout it out to our audience.
Now I'm all confused. Devin?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably, again, some for the purposes of movie storytelling, compressing of things not quite as they are in canon as they exist in the comics to create the storylines. So.
Okay. Anyways, I think it's just in Aether in Thor.
Yeah, Thor: The Dark World.
Oh, okay, yes. Oh, yes, that's right. Yes, okay. All right, yeah. If you watch Dark World, there's that thing that they have.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, back on track. There's events that are happening.
Oh yes, you have a whole list of stuff coming up in town.
There's a whole list of stuff. There's lots of awesome things that are going on. One being this very weekend, we will be at EekFest. We just got our tickets, so we are going to be going to EekFest. That is on May 30th and 31st in St. Albert. That is at the Service Place. There's going to be lots of comic booky stuff there. There's going to be some. I'm just looking it up. Sorry. Eek. If you go to the Eek, Adrian Patasar, that's the guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was also on Heroes and Top Gun. He's the general.
Yep.
He will be there at EekFest. And they also have Katie Lotz, who was the Black Canary, the first iteration of the Black Canary, so the White Canary now. She will be at EekFest as well, so go and check that out. They have lots of, the 501st will be there. There'll be some a zombie shooting range apparently, life-size Angry Birds. I know there's a whole huge section dedicated to Lego. The Northern Bricks, they're going to be there. They're going to have this
with
huge...
all their super sweet builds and stuff.
Yes, they got some amazing stuff. I believe they're going to have some Star Wars stuff set up there. So go and check that out. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, there's so much going to be happening there. And like I said, we will be there with our camera, filming some amazing stuff going on. So come and check that out. And on June 5th, we have Creative Edmonton is putting on Heroes versus Villains.
That's gonna be fun.
Yes. Now,
We're gonna be there.
yes.
You and me and Trina.
Yes. Trina, myself, Chelsea, and even Samantha. Samantha is also going to be with us.
Woo-hoo, the whole
Yes.
gang.
The whole gang is going to be down at Creative Edmonton. We will be over at. I am just looking it up right now. I had it all booked and I don't know why I let it go. No, that's not it. Oh my goodness. It's creativeyeg.ca. If you go to their website, they will have information. It's called Heroes versus Villains Market, and that's on June 5th, 6:30 to 11 o'clock at MacEwan University, the multi-purpose room, Building 6. Tickets are $10 online and $15 at the door. So go and check that out. It looks like it's gonna be pretty awesome. So we got invited out to this thing, and we are very excited to be going. So yeah, come and check that out with us because it's gonna be awesome. Because
I just want to say, Devin made one more post with a little more information, which reminded me, yes. So the Aether was what gave Malekith his power in Thor: The Dark World. Thank you. I had forgotten all about that.
Because we all forgot about Thor and the Dark World.
Yes. Yes, we did.
So yes.
Now, all of these wonderful events that you're talking about, where can people find the information after we are done here, Dan?
You can find it.
Where can they find us in general?
You can find it on northernnerd.com. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. You can find us on northernnerd.com. Why am I... There it is. There's our website. I couldn't figure out where it went.
Hooray! It's still up and running.
God, it's still alive. And still up. Yes. Oh. Apparently, I don't have... Sorry, people from Creative Edmonton. I don't have your event up on my page. I will get it up there right now. So anyways, you guys can also find us on youtube.com/Northern Nerd Network. That's where you guys will find our amazing videos that we have, we constantly be putting up new stuff there. So go and check that out. We got our Facebook page, which is where Chelsea likes to throw things up quite a bit. And myself and other people who are part of our network, they like to throw all the nice, awesome news items and things like that on there. And if you guys have any news items that you guys would like to share with us, you guys can send them to northernnerdnetwork@gmail.com. And you guys can also find us on thepulppress.com because that's our friends over there, and you guys should go and check them out because...
And Twitter, and now
Also,
Instagram. And I'm sure Trina will be Instagramming from Heroes and Villains on the 5th.
She will be. I will make her do it.
Do it.
Do it. Instagram. Do Instagram stuff. Yes. So awesome stuff happening to go and check out because there's lots of stuff. There's a lot of awesome events and things like that happening. So yeah.
Now, Daniel Schessel.
Yes.
I know there will be other events throughout the summer happening in Edmonton, and there will be videos and posts on the webpage and on the Facebook page and tweeting and Instagramming and whatnot. However, will there be any more podcasts for the summer?
I don't know. Are we going to be doing podcasts during the summer?
I don't know.
I'm up for it. That's
Sweet.
Trina.
Okay.
So I think she wants us to cut it down to one a month. So
one a month over the summer. Have a lazy summer. All right.
Have a lazy summer. So we will still be podcasting. stick to the Facebook page and to our Twitter, because that will be where I will be posting a lot of that information of when
Let
we
you
will be
guys
showing
know
up again.
when we're on air next.
Yes, because you'll never know where we'll show up again. We could just
And
show up randomly,
we're
which I think it
always
should be the way we do it.
we're always looking for nerdy things to talk about. As you can
Yes.
tell, Dan sits around in his basement. I sit around on my couch, and we talk about awesome things. So if you have any suggestions, or you have an event, or you're involved in something, and you possibly want to be a guest host, you could be super cool like us and be on air. Send us an email at the Northern Nerd email address, and yeah, we'll see if we can make that happen.
Yes.
Or your topic might make it on air. If you don't want to be on air, you can suggest a topic, and your topic might make it on air. You can be there in spirit.
Twitter is a very good place to find me. I am on there quite a bit. I check that a lot. So if you guys want to find me anywhere, just tweet at me. I will more than likely tweet back at you and reply or retweet and favorite whatever you guys send me, because that's what I do. So yeah, awesome. We will be doing, I'm sure, more podcasts, so keep eye out for that. And that's it. That's all. We're very close to our 1 hour mark. I think we're a couple minutes off, but that's okay. I want to thank everybody out there for watching this edition of the Nerdcast, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye. I'm pretty sure I said the stop button, but it's not
Nope,
stopping.
we're still live.
It's not stopping. Can you stop the broadcast from your end? Because that won't work on mine.
Nope. All right, let's both leave the video call and see if it ends. Bye, guys.
I can't leave. It's not. It's froze me out. Wow, never had that happen before. Yeah.
There we go.